Brian Kelly met with reporters on Tuesday. No practice access. If you missed it, there's a little bit of a change. So we were supposed to have full access today. It was going to be the last day that the media got to watch practice in fall camp. They nixed that. We did speak to Brian Kelly today, but instead they're giving us Saturday. So we're actually going to get to go in Tiger Stadium on Saturday night at 7:25 and watch what I presume will be a scrimmage Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, the last practice of fall camp. It was at that practice a year ago also where they named the numbers 7 and 18 jerseys. So I presume that'll happen Saturday. That's an assumption, but I'm actually pretty excited about that. I mean, we'll get to actually go watch this team in their last fall camp practice in Tiger Stadium before next week school begins and they start getting ready for Clemson. But when we saw LSU last, it was on Monday. We only got 15 minutes of availability, but it was very noteworthy. Michael Van Buren had his right hand taped, and Colin Hurley was running with the twos. Harold Perkins was absent. Whit Weeks was not participating. So checked in on all those things. Actually, Wilson Alexander, the advocate, got the mic first, and he's boom, 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 just turned them all out right there. Didn't give up the mic. He started with Van Buren. Here you go.
He got the index finger jammed on his right hand. Yeah, we had an x-ray, MRI, no damage. He was just sore, so we've shut him down a little bit, but he'll be back. He did light throwing. He'll do a throwing program in the afternoon today, and then we'll have him back out tomorrow. So
that's great news. I was actually told that that Van Buren had the finger injury and actually threw a bit yesterday. Not when the media was there, but outside just lightly tossing. So a little discomfort, but nothing really to worry. And quite honestly, here's hoping Michael Van Buren doesn't have to throw a meaningful pass all season. We all want Garrett Nussmeier to be a bajillion% healthy and take every meaningful snap. As we mentioned, Harold Perkins was not at practice, and Whit Weeks was there, but just observing. Remember, he had on a helmet, athletic gym shorts, tennis shoes, and he was just standing behind the defense. And Wilson asked the follow-up about Whit and about Harold Perkins.
And then Whit not practicing yesterday, what's the reason?
Yeah, load management for Whit, yeah.
Harold too, or what was his situation?
No, he had a personal day. He had some things he had to take care of, but he was back out there today.
For whatever it is worth, I told it to you yesterday before Brian Kelly spoke today. I was told that Harold Perkins' absence was not injury-related and that Whit Weeks is completely healthy. It's just a load management day. And that confirmed, Brian Kelly said it, had confirmed again to me today that with all those guys, they are completely healthy. And I think specifically with Whit Weeks, I mentioned it on yesterday's show if you were here, but specifically with Whit, I think Whit and Perkins are the two guys outside of Nussmeier that are irreplaceable on this team. Nussmeier goes without saying, right? That's just a completely different category. Like if Garrett Nussmeier is unavailable, knock on for Micah for whatever reason, like the whole makeup of your season changes. It's like Florida State in 2023. They were an undefeated team. They lose Jordan Travis, and they're a shell of what they were. That's what LSU would be if Nuss isn't there. And I don't mean that as any disrespect to Van Buren or Hurley. We're just talking about a guy that has the second best Heisman odds and two guys that just are in their second year of college football. Just a dramatic difference. But so Nuss, completely different level. But with Weeks and Perkins, there's just nobody, there's no other spot on the field where you have such a dramatic gap between your starter and who's next. And I think they're deep at linebacker. Like I really like Devon Keys, and we've seen tremendous growth from Tylen Singleton. There is so much to like there behind West Weeks. And then you look at Zach Weeks, who's an early enrollee and is bigger than both of his brothers already. And I think is going to be awesome. And looking at guys like C.J. Jimcoyle and Charles Ross and Keelan Moses, I mean, those freshman linebackers look awesome. So I think they have depth there and some talent, and they're going to be really good there for a long time. But if you take Whit Weeks off the field, who's a preseason AP All-American, and Devon Keys replaces him, that's just it's no disrespect to Devon Keys, but you're talking about going from an All-American to a second-year player. It's just a massive gap. And then same thing with Harold Perkins, where if Perkins comes off the field and you replace him with Jordan Gilbert, I mean, Gilbert was your lowest-rated starter on PFF a year ago. And I understand, I've said it a bunch, Gilbert was basically playing with one arm. But even at 100%, he's not Harold Perkins. And that's not a knock on Jordan Gilbert. It's just an acknowledgement of what Harold Perkins is physically, athletically, just a totally different level of gifted athlete. So in any event, man, that's all that to say, they're going to, like, Whit Weeks is never coming off the field. Do you understand? Like, if LSU plays 92 defensive snaps, God forbid, against Clemson, he is going to be on the field for 92 defensive snaps. So part of me understands it's like, what's Mike Detilier's old line we use all the time? Practice is for the unskilled. There is nothing you need to learn about Whit Weeks at practice. You just got to have him ready for 12 Saturdays and hopefully 13, 14, 15, 16, and go win a championship. And have him ready to play every defensive snap of the season. So, yeah, man, you want to give him off a Monday walkthrough day in August? Do that. I'll look forward to being in Tiger Stadium on Saturday night, telling you what we see.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.